With WPBF News 25.
Our coverage of the swine flu continues on WPBF.com. There you will find a special section with everything from precautions to avoid the flu to the latest CDC warnings. Just look for the swine flu link. It is right there on the homepage.
Help is on the way for the Everglades. What projects are about to get underway thanks to the federal stimulus? Plus,
we are live from Sunfest 2009. Coming up after the break, what bands are performing here this week?
Stay tuned for Beat the Traffic with Nathalie Pozo. Brought to you by Steinger is Going Green Injury Lawyers.
Welcome back, everybody. Millions of dollars on the way to help restore the Everglades. The money coming from the first round of federal stimulus funds set to be released this week. $6 million will go to shore up the aging dike around Lake Okeechobee. Environmentalists say the funds will help get the massive Everglades restoration project back on track, while at the same time putting Floridians back to work. Meantime, the massive Everglades fire continues to grow. The fire has now burned 27,000 acres and is about 60% contained. The thick smoke has forced Alligator Alley to be shut down off and on for the last week or so. Right now, it is open, but that could change at any moment. And with low humidity, gusty winds, Mother Nature not helping the situation at all. And of course, since November, very little rain across the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. Here are the updated Keach-Byram Drought Index numbers. The numbers continue to go up because, well, we haven't had a good downpour in, what, a week, maybe 10 days, maybe 2 weeks in some locations. Higher the number, the drier the soil. Unfortunately, as we heard from Robert Maleta from the National Weather Service, this drought and the elevated fire danger likely to continue through the month of May before the rainy season kicks in, probably the first week in June. Overnight, partly cloudy skies, mild temperatures continue for South Florida. Here are the projected low temperatures just before sunrise on Thursday morning. As we've seen every day this week, fairly comfortable. 72, for example, in West Palm. 60s primarily for the Treasure Coast. Stewart, you're the exception. An overnight low Thursday morning right around 71. Tomorrow afternoon, like today, a mix of sun and clouds, mild, breezy, stray showers, certainly still possible. Daytime highs, mostly in the 80s, 86 degrees, the forecast high Thursday afternoon in Belle Glade. Now for boating, still breezy and still bumpy. Easterly winds continue to be the big story again tomorrow, running 3 to 5 feet. The nearshore waters, offshore a little bit higher. Inland waters, the intracoastal area lakes, Lake Okeechobee, a moderate job. So small craft caution tomorrow as we head toward Friday. And really the weekend, I think things will improve in terms of boating, more of a southeasterly wind flow, and we should slow these winds down quite a bit, especially Saturday and again on Sunday. All right, here we go, 5-day forecast. It's more of the same. Warm, breezy, mostly dry at best, a passing shower or two. Unfortunately, nothing significant this week. The way the computer models are lining up for next week, perhaps nothing significant either, but as we heard, if we can get through May, the wet season looks fairly wet. Don't forget, weather information 24 hours a day at our website at WPBF.com. Once you're there, you can link to this, Weather First TV. It's our local 24-hour weather channel, all weather, all the time, right there on our website at WPBF.com.
We are just hours away from the kickoff to Sunfest.
And despite the tough economy, ticket sales are actually up from last year.
Bob Kaple is live along Flagler Drive in downtown West Palm Beach with more on how organizers plan to attract more people this year. Bob?
I know, imagine that, Tiffany. John, ticket sales actually up in a time when the economy is completely in the tank. Take a look behind me. You can see Flagler Drive's transformed into a nice little area for vendors. The action's starting to pick up. Gates expected to open here right around 5 o'clock. Take a look at some of this video we shot from this afternoon of vendors setting up. We got the chance to talk to the folks who have been going to these festivals across the country and asking them, folks like the man we are about to hear from in a little bit who sold hats at these places. He says despite the recession that sales are actually up in this time for outdoor festivals. Some of the reasoning behind it, they say, is because folks want to stay close to home and therefore they're coming out here to spend some of their money. There was some sound checks going on earlier today from 311, the band which is performing tonight. We also talked to officials here with Sunfest, and they tell us that ticket sales are up despite the fact that corporate sponsorships are down. guys local, or do you go around all these things?
We have watched the economy as everybody has. We've managed our business. We've had to revise budgets and, cut things. But what we try to do is keep the integrity of the festival so the patron isn't going to feel that.
And we show you a video of latrines there because the swine flu, they are prepping for any precautions that they can take out here in consultation with the health department. They have put hand sanitizers in those. Again, gates open at 5 o'clock out here at Sunfest. Stop by, say hello. We're live in West Palm Beach. Bob Kaple, WPBF News 25.
And John, Mike, and I will be out at Sunfest tomorrow taking our news on the move. Come on out and see us and watch as we do live coverage from along Flagler Drive during WPBF News at 4, 5, and 6. We hope to see you there.
And you're not allowing me to wear that suit.
No,
tomorrow.
You got to wear something bright.
Okay.
And sunny.
Searching for survivors where floodwaters left cars submerged and drivers missing. Plus, a dramatic rescue caught on tape. Why this woman needed to be saved by two good Samaritans. You're watching Weather First at 4, only on WPBF News 25.
It was a busy day for rescue workers in Houston. They spent the day searching for victims trapped in their cars from flooding beneath an interstate. As you can see, the water was deep, 15 feet or more, and consumed whole cars, even an ambulance. One SUV was swept right off the road and into a mile-long culvert.
Got sucked in. There's a bunch of scrape marks, everything. Before they started moving us back, you could see everything.
Now, we're told firefighters could only make it in about 300 feet into the culvert, and they did not find the SUV, but did discover skid marks on the roof. At least 3 people are still missing. Another Houston woman a bit luckier. Two good Samaritans came to her rescue after her car was swept up by floodwaters. The driver says her car was sucked in after she misjudged the depth of the water.
It looked like maybe it was a little shallower, and that's why I went into it. But whenever my tires didn't touch the ground anymore, I knew I was in trouble.
Now, luckily for her, that's when 2 men driving home stopped and jumped into the dirty water and pulled her to safety until rescue crews arrived. Firefighters credit the men with saving her life, adding they did everything right. It is quiet this afternoon, thankfully, in Houston, Texas. But as we take a look at the national radar, we've got storms in the heartland and snow in Montana. And boys, it's still coming down 2, 3, even 4 feet of snow across that part of the country. Temperatures, let's start out west, work our way east. Right now in Phoenix, it's 84. Temperatures in Montana in the 30s and 40s. St. Louis, 73. Nation's capital, just 56. And up in Boston, the current temperature 53 degrees. Elsewhere across New England, 63. New York City, 57 in Pittsburgh. Chicago, at the moment, 54.
Now get ready to beat the traffic. Sponsored by Steiger is Going Green. Here's Nathalie Pozo.
Well, a quick update now to that accident we told you about a few minutes ago at Seminole Pratt Whitney Road, just north of Orange Grove Boulevard. In front of Seminole Ridge Community High School. It's where 2 teenage girls were hit by a car. At one point, the area was shut down. Then one lane was open. Right now, all those lanes are back open, so you should have no problems getting through there this afternoon. We'll leave you now with a live look at Okeechobee Boulevard and Tamron Avenue. Definitely expect some delays in the downtown West Palm Beach area. Sunfest kicks off in just half an hour. To beat the traffic anytime, go to our website, WPBF.com.
Here are some of the stories we're working on for WPBF News starting at 5.
A bizarre crime at a Treasure Coast Publix where a man was arrested for trying without buying.
Then, gone with the wind, severe storms send a Michigan puppy flying. You won't believe how the family finally found him.
Join us for WPBF News 25 at 5 right after Inside Edition.
All right, well, we're not going to have 70-mile-an-hour winds or anything here for Sunfest, right?
No, but it could be a bad hair day for some of us come tomorrow because the wind, it will be blustery once again. We're talking 10 to 15 miles per hour, but overall nice weather, sunshine, few clouds, temperature tomorrow, low range of the 80s, about the same through the weekend with a stray shower here and there, but unfortunately nothing significant.
So it's going to be a good day for a ponytail.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
You might want to do that too.
think so?
Yeah, you might have a little problem.
Maybe difficult to do.
Thanks for watching WPBF News 25, where you always get your weather first.
We'll be back here in half an hour.